So without further ado, tonight's act.
Wherever you are, wherever you go, Joe, I will never let you upstage me again. You have made a fool out of me for the last time. Joseph Connors is no fool, Joe Hendry. Joseph Connors is your What Culture Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Now play my music!
Parmesan, my good man, put it here.
No, Eric,
High five.
This is Martin Kirby.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. What can we do for you?
I've just decided that since I'm on a complete undefeated streak, I'm just on a tear, running through people left and right. And after the match against Will Ospreay, I think I should get a title match. So, seeing as you're here, I thought I could maybe get your seal of approval as well.
A title match?
Yeah.
Will Ospreay?
Yeah, beat him. I don't know.
Sounds like a good idea, but it also doesn't sound like something that you deserve quite yet. But, don't get ahead of yourself, young man.
Okay.
We can make this right. I won't give you a title match, but I will give you a rematch with Will Ospreay. And Pete Dunne. Oh, how about Travis Banks?
What?
Yeah! Come on, you're on a roll, brother. You're kind of undefeated.
That's like 3 other guys, though.
No, it's 4.
Huh?
Marty Scurll. We're gonna make this good, man.
What?
Yeah!
What?
Think big.
This is just corrupt. This. It's just you just changing the rules.
One more thing.
What?
Boo! Learn a little respect.
About to make his way to the ring from Auckland, New Zealand, he is the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks!
It is a vendetta that has been raging since the very start of What Culture Pro Wrestling. Tonight on Loaded, Rampage and Big Damo in a heavyweight war to settle the score. And for one night only, the ban on the pile driver has been lifted.
Huge news, Dave, huge news.
Dave Bradshaw here alongside former British heavyweight champion Alex Shane. And Alex, we start tonight with a man who has a lot to prove after he was the first man eliminated in last week's Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble, Travis Banks.
And not just the first man eliminated, Dave Bradshaw, but he re-entered that Battle Royal illegally and eliminated Martin Kirby, who I don't know if it's the same from where you're sitting, because your perspective on things is totally out of whack. But it seems like there is a conspiracy here in WCPW against Martin Kirby, the man with the best entrance music in the promotion and the man that just beat Will Ospreay.
And introducing entrant number 2. About to make his way to the ring from Birmingham, England, he is Bruiserweight Pete
Well, I'm not entirely surprised it took you all of about 20 seconds to mention this supposed conspiracy theory against Martin Kirby, but speaking of people who have something to prove, Pete Dunne, who recently made his WCPW debut in a triple threat match at Stack, is yet to pick up his first win here in WCPW, and this would be a tremendous moment to do it.
Well, like I said, Pete Dunne is a throwback to the old World of Sport era, mixed with that Japanese strong style. Eric Bischoff brought him in to WCPW for a reason, and so far we're yet to really see that reason. But I believe, Dave, that tonight could be that man's night. In my opinion, he's incredible.
And introducing entrant number 3. From Cambridge, England, ladies and gentlemen, this is the villain, Marty Scurll!
You talk about a guy who's been dominating the British wrestling scene for a long time now. Marty Scurll, a former Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion, the current reigning Progress Champion, and of course he's been making a tremendous mark here in WCPW as well.
And not just that, but he is the winner of this year's Battle of Los Angeles. Penguin, Joker, Dr. Octopus, Lex Luthor, eat your evil hearts out, because this, my friends, is a villain through and through.
He is without doubt a man whose star has been consistently on the rise. That win, of course, at the Battle of Los Angeles in PWG that you just mentioned, the most recent feather in his cap. But it hasn't been all plain sailing for Marty Scurll here in WCPW. Most notably, he lost in a high-profile one-on-one match against Will Ospreay at Stacked. Ospreay is in this match, and you've got to think Scurll is going to be looking for payback.
Yeah, because as much as Ospreay is dominating that cruiserweight scene in Japan, Marty Scurll is doing a similar thing in the Indies, in the United States of America, and tonight, on Loaded, it could be his chance for redemption. And Dave, they say nothing's more villainous than wearing sunglasses indoors. But I raise you, taking those sunglasses off and also indoors wearing a fur coat and an umbrella. I mean, I don't know what statement that's making, but it's got my attention.
Seriously, those are the most villainous things you can think of in the world.
In pro wrestling, never trust a man who wears sunglasses indoors.
And introducing entrant number 4.
So Travis Banks, Pete Dunne and Marty Scurll in the ring. But business about to pick up as we await the arrival of the aerial assassin.
From Essex, England, representing the Chaos Faction, he is the 2016 winner of the Best of the Super Juniors. He is the aerial assassin, Ospreay!
Call him the best of the Super Juniors, some call him the best in the world. He is one of the most talked about men in professional wrestling today, and he is a part of WCPW. It's Will Ospreay.
But don't forget, he's in the ring with one man who desperately wants and needs to beat him in Marty Scurll, and another man who did beat him in Martin Kirby. So this is a match where Will Ospreay has multiple people coming from multiple directions, and it may just be his toughest challenge yet.
Yeah, if Ospreay is the blot on Scurll's copybook, then Kirby is the blot on Ospreay. So Ospreay certainly not expecting to lose to the Yorkshireman Martin Kirby a couple of weeks back, but that is what ended up happening, and Ospreay, like Scurll, will be looking for payback in this fatal five-way match.
And introducing the 5th and final entrant.
Got your glow sticks, I see.
I'm ready for it. You know what's about to happen, Dave?
Weighing in at 185 pounds from Thirsk, North Yorkshire, Martin Kirby!
Serious question. Is Martin Kirby the most annoying man in pro wrestling today, or is he just the most misunderstood?
Well, I mean, that's a heavy question to load me with. I mean, there's no answer to that, Dave. It's not going to take an entire episode of Loaded to give the right response to. But what I will say is that everybody, including you, including the fans, and including WCPW management, wrote out Martin Kirby, and every time the bar has been set above his head, he smashed through it. He burst through that glass ceiling, and he beat Will Ospreay. You didn't think he'd do it, did you? Come on, admit it.
No, I didn't. I don't think anyone did.
And now Eric Bischoff he's just made a mockery of Martin Kirby's fair request for a shot at the title, and that's why we got this 5-way in front of us. This is how we got to call this.
Kirby, much like you, still having a chip on his shoulder about how he was eliminated from the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble last week at the hands of Travis Banks.
It was illegal. The Kiwi Buzzsaw, as he likes to call himself, had already been eliminated, and he went back in and eliminated Kirby. How's that fair?
No, I'm not saying it is fair. I'm just saying I thought you might have got over it now. It's been a week. Never mind, this one has already spilled to the outside. Bell has rung. This match put together after Martin Kirby, as you saw, asked Pacitti and Bischoff for a title shot. Here comes Ospreay, oh my! And from early doors, Will Ospreay taking to the skies.
Well, every time we've seen Will Ospreay in WCPW, as you can see here from our replay, this man has set a new standard. You know, when he had that match with Martin Kirby, I said this may have just been the best match in WCPW history, and then in my opinion, he may have even beaten it with Marty Scurll. And he's got both of those guys in the ring and more, and he still continues. This guy's a phenomenon.
So fast moving in every which way is Will Ospreay. You never know where he's going to attack you from, as Pete Dunne is finding out. Ospreay dominating in the early moments of this fatal 5-way.
But don't write out Pete Dunne. Yeah, look at that. This guy is vicious. He's like he reminds me of a young Dave Fit Finlay. He's a cruiserweight, but he's a bruiserweight, and someone's going to get bruised when he's in the ring. Look at that by Scurll.
Oh. Scurll on the apron, that'll leave a bruise, I'm sure, on Dunne. Kick to the side of the face by the villain. He walks into a drop kick at the hands of Travis Banks. Banks with a running uppercut. Third and fourth time, so hard hitting is this young man from New Zealand.
And you talk about a chip on your shoulder. Imagine coming from a country that's best known by the Bushwhackers and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Travis Banks wants to leave a mark, and unfortunately for Martin Kirby, that mark's going to be on his solar plexus.
Kirby reversing the Irish whip. Banks went for the kick, and not for the first time in their time together in a WCPW ring. Kirby outsmarting Travis Banks.
And now it's Marty Scurll and Martin Kirby, and for those people that need a British wrestling history lesson, it's time to give you one, because Marty Scurll was part of the leaders of the New School tag team alongside Zack Sabre Jr., and Martin Kirby was a tag team with the late great Chris Travis, Project Ego, leaders of the New School. That was a feud, but now it looks like, look at this.
What is this? Is that a three-way submission going on there? An abdominal stretch across face.
I forgot about Pete Dunne.
Well, Pete Dunne is the fifth and final piece of this puzzle. What's he going to do?
This is like the weirdest game of Twister I've ever seen in my life, yeah. What?
Well, that wasn't quite as pretty, but Pete Dunne, in the end, perhaps with the winning move in that game of Twister.
And Pete Dunne is, a lot of people don't know a lot about Pete Dunne, but you really should, because in the second Davey Boy Smith Memorial Cup over in NGW, the first person that the Hart family picked for this year's tournament, the Open Invitational, was Pete Dunne against Zach Gibson. So Pete Dunne is on. And now WCPW fans are going to have a chance to see what the fuss is all about.
There's a chain of head scissors going on in the ring. Again, 4 men all involved in simultaneous submissions. This time, Martin Kirby is the odd man out.
It's like an outtake from the Human Centipede.
It's the kind of film I haven't watched. I'm sure it's your favourite. Kirby into a quadruple Boston Crab.
Wow.
Goodness me. Have you ever seen that in your life?
I have never seen that in my life.
And Scurll, if Scurll gets to the ropes, does that break all 4 of those holds?
And listen to this crowd.
We are in uncharted territory.
Yeah, because this audience is finding out what I've been saying from the beginning. Martin Kirby means serious business, Dave. They're warming to the man.
And I wonder if Adam Pacitti, our general manager, is hearing those cheers for Kirby. Now we have 4 consecutive body slams.
Dave, Is he going to go for the most over elbow since the glory days of Dwayne Johnson? Come on. Dave, it's going to happen.
What is he doing? See, this is why WCPW management can't invest in this guy.
Hold on, there's 2 left.
Kirby spending so much time on that middle rope, there's no one left. Except Pete Dunne. And Dunne is biting the fingers of Martin Kirby. Referee forcing the break before the 5 count, but very Street Fighter-esque tactics.
And you know why Kirby was really upset by that, Dave? Because do you know what he uses that hand for?
I dread to think.
Patting himself on the back, so no one else will do it. Is he gonna? I thought he nearly hit it.
I'm sure you'd pat him on the back. Travis Banks goes for the big splash, nobody home. And here comes Ospreay, going for the spinning 450 once again. Couldn't find anyone.
And look at Pete Dunne. Wow.
Dunne with a moonsault. And again, no one home. Well, Marty Scurll's thinking about it. The recent track record of these top rope moves hasn't been very good, Marty. Scurll is scaling to the top turnbuckle, and Dunne moves, but Scurll was wise to it. Scurll lands on his feet, and well, didn't last long though. Enziguri, and now one on Dunne from Kirby, flying clothesline from Travis Banks. And Banks eats the boot of the villain.
But keep your eye on Ospreay, Dave. Oh, gosh. This guy is a weapon from every single angle of the ring. No matter where he is, no matter what situation he's in, Ospreay can turn it to his advantage.
Right, I was going to say, not only is he a weapon, but he uses every part of the ring as weapons as well. Those ropes are just part of his personal playground. Going to go for the Rainmaker, he calls it, a tribute to his mentor, Kazuchika Okada. Over in New Japan, Ospreay nips up, and a boot to the back of the head sends the New Zealand buzzsaw to his knees.
It's actually the Kiwi buzzsaw. You ever tried opening a Kiwi with a buzzsaw? Messiest thing you're ever going to do in your life.
Have you? Oh my God, German suplex on Ospreay, who hits the back of his head on the bottom turnbuckle. Banks with a cannonball on his rival Kirby. There are men in all 4 corners of the ring for Banks if he wants it. He hits Dunne as well, and Scurll. Is he going to complete the set?
He's made himself into like a human bowling ball, or some type of fruit. Oh my God, he's a human kiwi. I've just got it.
Oh, for goodness sake. Ospreay moved out the way, and now Ospreay leaping off the top with the clothesline. Human kiwi. Please. Oh, and Scurll! Crossface chicken wing from Scurll! Ospreay elbows his way out of it. And Ospreay trying to counter, but Scurll with a kick to the chest.
He calls that the just kidding, does Marty Scurll, but there was nothing funny about that. And look, Scurll.
Oh, hang on. Now Scurll and Dunne both have tombstone pile drivers set up, and in tandem, in stereo, they nail them.
Kane and the Undertaker, eat your heart out. Oh, just the 2.
I'm not sure, would we have joint winners in that situation? I don't know what would have happened.
They're like the Brothers of Destruction, just slightly smaller, and from England.
Dunne and Scurll arguing about something, I guess about who copied who on the tombstone.
Yeah, but look at Martin Kirby, always being ignored.
I was going to say Kirby's surely not going to be the peacemaker. No, he's going for... Well, he's not going to do this, is he?
I reckon it'll be huge. It'll be... Oh, what is it with the fingers?
Oh, Dunne biting the fingers again.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
You know what he uses the other hand for?
Again, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm not going to say, but it's just painful to watch.
God, I winced. So did half of this crowd as Scurll cracking the fingers of Martin Kirby. Now we have Dunne and Scurll. Both men seeing who is the sturdier. They drop to their knees. And well, we've got, I guess we'll call that a score draw.
But look who's still standing, Dave. You count him out, but there he is. My man in pink and black. I'm not talking Bret Hart, he's coming in October. I'm talking Martin Kirby. And there's the man he beat, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, but
Dave,
Ospreay...
Dave, you know what's coming? He was going for the cheeky Nando's kick.
Certainly was, but Travis Banks saving Kirby there, perhaps inadvertently, and then Banks eats the cheeky Nando's kick. Kirby does in the end as well, and Scurll takes a boot to the face. Ospreay on fire here, but Scurll fighting back with the clothesline.
And where's Scurll going?
Well, Dunne grabbed the boot, and Scurll goes face first into that hard ring apron.
Oh, look at Dunne. I told you, he reminds me of a young Dave Finlay, and here's why. Using every part of that ring as a weapon, but keep your eye on Ospreay. Oh! One man, standing Spanish fly, centre of the ring, ref in position, 2 and whoa.
Kirby made the save, Banks was there as well. This one continuing. Yeah, it's hard enough to get the pin in a triple threat or a fatal four-way with those extra men there to break up the pin, but in a fatal five-way, you've got 3 other people to keep an eye on when you're trying to pin one of your opponents.
The aerial assassin now setting up for that Oz cutter on! Pete Dunne reversed it in mid-air.
Dunne going for the pump handle. Drops Ospreay on his face, and Dunne thinks he's got this one in the bag, but he needs to turn round because Scurll is there, and Scurll takes out the legs of the bruiserweight. Travis Banks picks up Scurll, brainbuster. And now it's Banks in control, but Ospreay fighting back. The tide is turning, momentum shifting by the second here.
And look who it's come down to. It's like a repeat of what we saw last time. And now things are stepped up. Ozcutter mid-air. Oh!
Well, that's how we beat him before. And goodness me, Kirby with a 2 count this time.
And remember, this one is just one fall to a finish. And now Kirby going for that sable bum.
Sable bum?
I mean,
Freudian slip.
I had a flashback to the Attitude Era with the hands on the boot, but I meant bottom.
Oh, here comes Ospreay. Ospreay going for the Ozcutter again. Banks has caught him. Banks with Ospreay on his shoulders.
Look at that aeroplane spin. And have you ever seen that done with more authority? I mean, that was awesome.
The viciousness of Banks is off the page. Dunne's boot used as a weapon against Marty Scurll.
Oh!
Kirby sweeping the legs, and again
he's on fire! The pink and black attack is on fire here in WCPW and Sable Bomb. Is he gonna?
Oh, he's got it! Martin Kirby wins the fatal five-way!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Martin Kirby!
Dave Bradshaw, I have just screamed like a girl for a man that once wore a dress, and I've got to tell you, it was totally worth it.
You sure it's the first time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kirby with the Sable Bomb, you see the replay there. And you've got to think now, how much longer can Adam Pacitti deny Martin Kirby what he wants? That's a title shot. If Kirby keeps winning, as he has tonight, he is going to force his way into title contention. Kirby wins. Brown and Big Damo on main event still to come as Loaded rolls on.
Do you want to see WCPW live but are allergic to the awful people of Newcastle? WCPW is coming to Greater Manchester on Saturday the 8th of October to the Altrincham Silver Blades Arena. Your ticket won't just get you a stat card featuring Cody Rhodes versus Kurt Angle, but will also grant you access to our first ever fan convention during the day. Meet the What Culture guys, have photos with your favourite WCPW wrestlers, a host of other surprises, and VIP members will get to meet Kurt Angle and Cody Rhodes in person. Tickets can be bought at wc.pw.